players for their years of hard work and commitment to the Cardinal Volleyball program. Number 3, Rachel Elsaw. Rachel is accompanied by Misty Anderson and Tony Elsaw. She's a 2-year member of the Cardinal program after transferring from Presbyterian College. She's accumulated 209 kills and 328 digs over the last 2 seasons. Rachel is an English Studies major from Riverton, Illinois. Number 5, Claire Braybeck. She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 74 career matches despite missing all of 2016 due to injury, accumulating 449 kills and 186 digs. Claire is a marketing major from Mokina, Illinois. Number 6, Kara Howell. She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 116 career matches. Earlier this season, she became just the 7th player in program history to eclipse 1,000 career kills, as her 1,078 currently ranks 6th on the all-time list. She also ranks 4th in career service aces with 149. Kara is a marketing and psychology double major from Lamont, Illinois. Number 7, Tara Trulewski. Tara is accompanied by Karen and John Trulewski. She's a 2-year member of the Cardinal program, transferring from Central College. She played in 27 matches in 2016 for the Cardinals before missing this season due to injury. Tara is an exercise science major from Naperville, Illinois. Number 17, Katie Cyber. Katie is accompanied by She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 19 career matches. She's a 2-time academic All-CCIW recipient. Katie is an elementary education major from Elgin, Illinois. Number 20, Olivia Hanley. Olivia is accompanied by Carol and John Hanley. She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 116 career matches. Her 1,219 career digs currently rank 6th in the program's all-time list, while her 126 service aces rank 8th. Olivia is a psychology major from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Number 23, Julie Laughlin. Julie is accompanied by Diane and Tim Laughlin. She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 114 career matches. Her 883 career kills rank 9th on the program's all-time list, while also earning academic All-CCIW honors each of the last 3 seasons. Julie is a marketing and management double major from Bloomington, Illinois. Number 29, Delaney Kukovic. Delaney is accompanied by Brad and Gus Kukovic. She's a 4-year member of the Cardinal program, playing in 22 career matches. Delaney is a marketing major from Rochester Hills, Michigan. And last but not least, student assistant coach, Nicole Vraybeck. Nicole is accompanied by Debbie and John Vraybeck, currently in her 2nd season as a student assistant. Her primary duties range from equipment manager to video technician to on-campus recruiter. Nicole is a psychology major from Manuka, Illinois. also like to congratulate graduate assistant coach Peggy Clemens, wrapping up her 2-year career as a Peggy will be graduating with a master's degree in leadership studies this spring. North Central congratulates all its senior student athletes and wishes them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Before we begin tonight's match, we ask that everyone please rise and face the flag along the west end of the court as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Senior night inside Murner Fieldhouse on the campus of North Central College. Presentation of Cardinal Volleyball here this evening as they host the North Park Vikings. Should be a good way to close out the season as the Cardinals are 12-6, they're 3-4 in conference. Sure, they've been eliminated from postseason play, but for Pride tonight, and it is also senior night, they want to go out on a victory and try and even up that CCIW record. For North Park, 2-5 in conference, they're 15-14 overall. So a fairly even contest this evening. We'll see how this match shapes up. Welcome in to the Sensi TV 17 production of Cardinal Athletics. Kevin Jackman, Ali Coletta, and emotions are always running high on senior night, and this is a very senior-dominated team. I'm sure they're pretty amped up and ready to go, if I'm not mistaken.
You've got to imagine, Kevin, that when you step out onto the court knowing that this is your last game for these seniors, obviously, like you said, they want to win, but you also want, those memories of knowing that the last time tonight when you walk out with your parents, all that stuff. So the atmosphere, the environment, and they want to win, obviously, as every competitor wants to do. So it should be a good competition tonight between these two teams.
Speaking of environment, it's also Halloween, so we'll have some characters running amok here inside Gregory Arena throughout the night, but for the time being, both teams have taken to the court, and I turn to my right, and I hand things off to Ali Coletta for the play-by-play.
We've got Bianca. We got a kill there by Lauren Wilson from North Park, but I cannot speak today, so this will be a little rough. Let's see if we can get right back on that horse. North Central serving, and this is Rebecca Elshoff with the serve. Kasha Meyer from North Park is going to be their setter over on their side tonight. We're going to be watching her a lot. She's going to be able to set these sets up, watch the players. So it's going to be Kasha Meyer, 22 with North Park. That's going to be our main assister, I guess you can call her, besides setter. North Park back for the serve. This is Kelly Clinton. Serves up. Alexis Zindelman sets up, and North Park gets that point after the block goes poorly. Kelly Clinton back for his second serve of the evening. Goes up to Zimbelman. Ooh, nice double block by North Park there. We get a kill from Kara Howell on North Central. Nice double block there by Kara Howell, and didn't see that second number there. Now we've got North Central back for the serve. That's Olivia Hanley. Sets up to Meyer. Nice lofty kill up by Lauren Weltzel. And we get the single block by Anna Billman on North Central for the point. Seems to be almost a back and forth battle just a little bit, but Central seems to be commanding. Olivia Hanley back for the second serve of the evening, getting the call. And it goes right into the net. That's an unfortunate situation. We got to get those sets over, those serves over.
That's one of the things that's really plagued this North Central team over the course of the year, service errors. I mean, you need to give yourself a chance on any given point, and all too often they've seen those balls either going to the net or over the end line.
Sure, sets up to Zimbelman, who assists right over to Kara Howell for the kill. And she will step right back up to the serve line. It was a nice 1-2-3 by the Cardinals. Howell, powerful serve from Howell. Nice double block there by North Central. Sends it over on the second from North Park. Oh, and right there we get a powerful kill off of Julia Langwell. She put that ball away and shanked into the crowd off North Park. Kara Howell back for her second serve. Nice serve, throwing North Park off of their defense there. And it just rolls right off of Anna Billman's left arm there, falling onto the ground. Lauren Wiltsey back for North Park. Hope I'm saying her name right. Zimbelman sets up to Julie Langle for the kill, but North Park rebounds. Ooh. Nice attack there. Ooh, nice response there by Anna Billman, pushing the ball right back over off that block. Alexis Zimbelman was ready. Both teams really shuffling around the court here. And that block up at the net for North Central is really powerful tonight. free ball over. We're going to see if Zimbelman gets a hold of it, but no such luck. It was North Park. They were really ready at the net there, pushed that ball right back over after that long rally.
Cardinals so far this year, just watching this team progress, has gotten much better playing, even when they're out of system. It's been something that they've been working on, is improvising, especially when things kind of break down a little bit.
Sure. We just watched Langwell go up for that kill, and that block on North Park really seems to be dominant tonight. We talked a little bit about Central's force at the net, but North Park is also really powerful at that net, and we're watching blocks fall where our defenders are not. Langwell with the serve right over. Nice quick set there. We had 8 and 11, which would be Anna Billman and Alexis Zimbelman up for that double block, resulting in the point for North Central.
It's a major advantage having a 6-footer as a setter for North Central. Zimbelman can combine on those blocks and be a force.
Absolutely. We got Langwell back at the line again. She serves it right over. Nice kill there from Reagan Clement on North Park. Ooh, Central responds quite quickly there. That's Kara Howell. And she almost gets right to the ground there, but couldn't dig that ball off of that block that was tipped over off of Alexis Zimbelman's right hand this time.
Nice move by North Park. They recognized that Howell was dropping back into coverage and exposed a little bit of a weak spot on the near side of the court.
Nice kill there right off of Kara Howell. She was a 1-2-3. We had Olivia Hanley, the libero, back there. She got that ball right to where it needed to go. Zimbelman set it up, and it got put away. Langwell back for the set. Ooh, nice response there from North Park. And it seemed to be kind of a push at the net. You watch those battles, and that was up there, number 11, Alexis Zimbelman. I feel like I'm going to be saying her name all night.
Looks like another senior's getting into the game. Delaney Kukovic is serving right now. It's always nice on senior night to get everybody involved.
Oh, absolutely. Nice back row attack there from number 14 on North Park, Lauren Wiltsey. Bethany Geidner back for North Park at the line now after North Central rotates in and out. We see Olivia Hanley step back into the back row there. Nice response there. And a push over from number 16, Caitlin Imbergia. Nice serve, unfortunate serve over off of number 11 there for North Park. Bethany Geidner served right into the net. And we can't see that tonight, especially on the last game. No one wants to go out knowing that they couldn't get their serves over.
Cardinals should have a fairly deep arsenal tonight of outside hitters. You have both Sarah Jessling and you also have Rachel Elshoff available to complement some of these players like Kara Howell and Julie Loggle.
Yeah.
Should be fun to watch.
Quick push over there off number 22, Kajsa Meyer on North Park, but North Central fortunately rebound right off of that and sent that ball right back over, and it seemed that North Park wasn't quite ready for it. We get Alexis Zimbelman back at the line for North Central. Ooh, quick set off that one. North Central was ready for it. Maya Bryant ready with the rebound. And North Central gets that point. It's quick rebounds like that Julie Langwell in the back row, especially with Olivia Hanley as the libero, you have to be ready for those serves and that quick response off the second touch. It seems that North Park likes to get the ball over quick, so we've got to watch that.
Hey, the Cardinals are doing just fine with right now, a 12-8 advantage. And Claire Vrabik, who is another senior that we will be talking about over the course of the night, she was the one that put away that last point. It's been so fun to watch her this year coming back after having to miss all of last season with an ACL tear. And on that particular point, you could just see the power that she gets behind the ball. You'll see it at the service line, probably the hardest serve on the team, but certainly no slouch when she's on that opposite side and hitting that ball from any angle, really. Even if she's falling back, she can still get something on it. Yeah,
she had the ACL tear, if I'm not mistaken, correct? So you've got to imagine that in the offseason, she was working upper body like nobody's business. And it's obvious when she gets out on the court. She's got that upper body strength, but she's also smart on the court. You can have upper body strength, but if you can't flick that wrist and position the ball where it needs to be, that strength doesn't matter. We'll see both teams break, come back out onto the court here after a quick timeout. North Central fortunately leading the Cardinals out here tonight for senior night. And we see Alexa Zimbelman step back to the service line for North Central. Serves to the back row as usual. We get a quick push over there from Kelly Clinton, but North Central is ready for it. Nice back set, but unfortunately they just didn't seem ready for it. Looked like North Park wasn't ready, read the signal wrong. She pushed a back set over and nobody was there to retrieve said back set.
You enjoying calling a North Central versus North Park game?
Can you see the struggle a little bit of the hesitation when I say North, which school I really want to talk about? Zimbelman served again. Ooh, nice save there by Olivia Hanley from the back row for North Central. And it just seemed that Julie Langwell had too much power on that kill. Pushed it out of bounds. And we will see North Park step to the service line. This is number 17, Brittany Garcia, starting pretty far back there. Hanley with the first touch, up to Zimbelman. Nice little push over there from back row. Ooh, quick slap over, but Hanley was ready for it. Quick set from North Central. Oh, that kill from Lauren Wiltsey is gonna be something we have gotta watch all night. She got set up twice in that rally, and she had some power behind that.
And Wiltsey just a junior, so she has another season to go. And I mean, you take a look at this North Park team, 15 and 14. They can improve upon that if they get some of this young talent, you know, a little bit better and improved over the course of the next offseason.
Absolutely. And we just saw a quick attempt there from Claire Vrabek. Let's see if she can go at it again. Seemed a little off on her footing. Over to North Park. Sets up Wiltsey. North Central's ready for it. Vrabek with the attack. Throws North Park just a little bit out of play there, and we luck out on that one. That was a kill from Vrabek for North Central. She didn't have much power behind it, but she placed it quite nicely.
Funny moment on the benches. They all went scrambling out of the way, and we actually saw a few weeks ago, assistant coach of the Cardinal team, Peter Maniscalco, had the presence of mind of actually taking, collapsing, and moving 2 chairs out of the way so that a Cardinal player could come and hit the ball back, and it actually worked.
Sure, I'm sure it did. We just saw a serve from Claire Vrabek go out, so rotation went over to North Park. Little hesitation there by Julia Loggle. And she kills it, though. Hesitation off the serve, but then she gets set up, and she rebounded quite nicely off of that one.
And she's an experienced player. So, again, as I mentioned earlier, when you play a little out of system, and granted that was still somewhat in system, but you have to kind of improvise. She still can consecutively do that on points in a row.
Sure. We just saw another serve go out. That's the second serve in a row, one from Vrabek and now one from Hanley on North Central side. First touch is Vrabek, over to Zimbelman, outside to Loggle. She gets the attack, but it flies out. It's the second attack that she had that had just a little too much power from it. North Park back at the service line there. That's Meyer. Loggle with the soft touch, nice move. Tip over from North Park. Zimbelman sets up Loggle again, and it rolls right off that block, and North Central come away with the point.
Seemed like just for a moment that North Park was starting to claim the momentum back. They had trailed 14-9. They came back and made it 15-13, but North Central, who's had some problems dealing with the change in momentum, nice job right there at shifting it back their way.
Howell delivered a nice jump serve. North Park with the attack there. That's Wiltsey. Loggle with the attack. Oop, throwing North Park out of play, and that'll be another kill for Loggle on North Central side.
And timeout taken, so we'll take a timeout with them. A minute break. We'll be back on NCTV 17.
And we're back after that quick timeout. We have got Kara Howell back at the line for North Central serving up the ball. She'll deliver a nice jump serve over to North Park, and that was a hesitation touch over there, and they have to send a free ball over to Central. Let's see if they can do something with it. Quick set there. That was up to number 8 on North Central, Anna Billman.
Funny moment at the very start of that sequence. It was Kara Howell, who is one of the best in program history getting aces. She actually shook her head and breathed a little sigh of relief. That ball was ticketed for the end line. I was going to be out.
Oh, it definitely was going to be out. And that should have been a hesitation. She put her hands up, and Lauren Wiltsey put her hands up. Usually the rule is if you're in the back row and you have to put your hands up, it's most likely out. And she did it, you know, out of reaction. But what are you going to do? North Park at the back line. That's Wiltsey for the serve. Zimbelman's going to set up Kara Howell for the kill. And we get a slap ball from North Central, resulting in the North Park point. Wiltsey at the back line, a nice lofty serve. Graybick puts it over on the first touch. Zimbelman's gonna put it over on the second touch now. See if we actually get a kill here. Oh, seemed to fall out of line there. Kill from North Park, the North teams. Goodness gracious, they were not doing us any favors tonight.
That's a tough break for the Vikings, too, because that ball was perfectly placed except just an inch or two to the right. Yep. But the right idea.
And that's Loggle that just served that out. Just on me keeping track, that's our third serve on North Central side that hasn't gone up. So technically 19-13 could be the score if we decided to get some serves in. Zimbelman's going to set up Howell there. Quick reaction there off of the block for North Central, resulting in North Park's point.
Now you start to feel a little bit more constriction if you're the Cardinals. You're back to within 2. You're getting late in this set. You don't want this escaping. They got to respond here.
Oh, quick set there by Zimbelman up to Anna Billman. Ooh, and a quick response by number 9 on North Park, Reagan Clement. She just whacks that ball right out of play.
A little overeager. Didn't quite get on top of it and drive it.
Seemed to be one of her first few touches of the night, so you gotta, you know, get some oil back in those joints, start greasing, get it down on the ground rather than out. North Central back at the line. Wiltsey with the first touch, Meyer with the second, and it's a 1-2-3. It's 23, Kelly Clinton with the kill. And that's the way volleyball works, a 1-2-3. You get the pass, you get the set, you get the spike.
Mentioned this earlier, this is a very young team, just one senior representative on this North Park squad, Brittany Garcia. Everybody else essentially a junior on the floor, including Clinton, who had that last kill.
Their senior night must be short. Zimbelman with the quick reaction there. Vrabik with the kill, and she just had quite the power, as we talked about earlier. Just didn't get, it was maybe an inch inside.
And this might cause Coach Kyle Exline to take a timeout. He's been known to want some momentum breakers, but he does not take it with the game potentially on the verge of being tied here.
Zimbelman up to Vrabik again. North Park reacts quite nicely. Quick attack there by Clement. Nice kill there by Kara Howell on North Central side. Maybe could pause X-Line from calling a timeout now. You know, we get the ball back in our court, so to speak.
I think at this point, maybe in the season, obviously last game, but you've progressed enough as Maya Bryant takes to the line that some of these seniors he trusts enough to break the momentum. You don't need a timeout to try and do that.
Maya Bryant with a nice lofty serve, and we get Hanley who pushes it right back over after North Park pushed it. Hanley with the first touch, Bryant with the second. We'll get Loggle at the back line for the third. Quick push, Loggle with the quick reaction. Holy smokes, then Howell who pushes it over on the third. And then we get the, wow, that unbelievable Sarah Gosling at the top of the net who just, bam, she tipped it right back over. We had amazing reactions. We had a Hanley save, we had a Loggle save. Exciting volleyball as this first set is winding down. Bryant tried that lofty serve for the second go-around. Her first serve just cleared the net, threw North Park over, but that second one, no such luck.
I do love just how loud this gets in Murner Fieldhouse. When you have a play like that, you can almost feel it. The bleachers start to shake a little bit. You can hear it, especially in our headsets.
It also doesn't help that I talk really loud when things start escalating, too.
Hey, it's hard not to.
I get excited.
And then you have to quiet way down when there's a break in the action because it just gets so quiet.
Yeah. All right, we got North Park back at the line there. And the quick approach jump serve to the back. That's Loggle to Zimbelman. Out to Howell. North Park reacts quite nicely. We get 2 going for the ball. Free ball over by Tomata. Zimbelman sets up quickly to Sarah Gosling. And that is a kill by North Park's Lauren Wiltsey. We had some quick sets right over on that one. It seemed they weren't taking time. They weren't putting the ball up in the air, not letting the defense really set up, which could be the downfall to either one of these teams, because you see with those long rallies when you can predict what's happening, when the passes get set up quite slowly, you have time. The defense has time to react. But on those second pushes and when you do quick sets to the middles, you don't have as much time.
And that's why players like Anna Billman and Sarah Jessling are so important. Those middle hitters, what they can do is they can completely throw you off your rhythm as a defensive unit. All of a sudden, you're expecting an outside hitter who's going to have a 5 or 7 step approach, and suddenly the ball's on you.
Yeah.
And in the back row, you simply aren't prepared to defend against that, and everything kind of gets out of sync. But the Cardinals, now you're trailing by 1, make that you're leading by 1. You have led by 5 in this opening set. You do not want this grand feeling of senior night and the anticipation, the anxiety that leads up to this final game of the season. You don't want that leaving because of a first set loss. So if you're here in the huddle with Coach Kyle Exline, you're probably talking 3 points. That's what we need, and we need to get it right here, right now. We can't let them tie this game up. This point is going to be crucial to the rest of not just this set, but also this match.
Well, and it's harder, especially if you lose that first set, then you're down. You're climbing back up the mountain. Whereas if you have that first set, then you're a step ahead. And it sounds obvious, but it's a game changer. It's a mental game changer, and volleyball is very, very mental. We've got Brittany Garcia at the back line for North Park, the only senior on the court. Hanley gets the first touch up to Zimbelman. We get a quick by Howell. North Park reacts quite nicely. Wiltsey gets the attack, and it just flies right off of number 11 for North Central, Alexis Zimbelman's hands.
Yeah, it seemed like early on that was Kara Howell who was set up. Didn't quite get that ball flush on the hand. It came off kind of funky, and that allowed the Vikings to recover nicely.
It doesn't help that Brittany Garcia on North Park has such a quick serve, too, that North Central has got to be ready for it. And they seem to, but it's quick. Wiltsey almost gets another point there, but Hanley was ready. Garcia sends it right over, and even though Claire Vrabik was there, up ready for that single block, she didn't even have to be there.
But it's nice that she was.
A little more reassurance as she steps back to the service line for North Central. Only 2 more points to go. And that is her second serve that she has missed this evening, unfortunate as it is. And now we've got a tie game.
6 service errors. We talked about that from the get-go, the fact that North Central oftentimes struggles with that 6 in the opening set.
Zimbelman sets up Howell, but North Park was ready for it. Garcia sending a free ball over to North Central. Zimbelman sets up Logel. She gets a lofty serve right back over on the first touch. Back set there, and it was a beautiful back set to Howell, delivered by Zimbelman, and those are the nice, they're crafty, they're tricky, they're nice, and they really throw that defense for a loop, as we just saw.
What helps that Howell is such a reliable target for Zimbelman. She's so steady, always seems like she's in the right place at the right time.
Definitely. Hanley at the back line, served right over. Wiltsey's going to attack and seemed to just fall right through those blockers right there on North Central. That was Kara Howell and Anna Billman with that double block that just didn't successfully achieve what they were looking for.
Well, you talk a lot about, as middle hitters and middle blockers, you have to slide together, and that just did not happen on that last sequence.
No. Ooh, nice reaction there by Zimbelman. Zimbelman again with the nice reaction. Wiltsey is attacking from the outside, and she is just fire tonight for North Park. She knows exactly what to do with the ball.
Just 5'6", but she can jump, and she's showing off that ability right now. A timeout taken by Coach Kyle Exline, though. And we'll take a minute break with them. We'll be right back for the conclusion of the first set on NCTV 17.
welcome back after that quick timeout. This is match point, set point for North Park. As we've got Meyer back for the serve. It just barely clears the net, but Hanley was ready. Zimbelman dishes it out of the net. Back to Hanley, who sends a free ball over. Wiltsey with the attack, but the double block was there from North Central. Meyer setting up the quick set in the middle. North Central trying to react quickly. And it's just, Howell was there, she was ready. She tried to get that ball to the setter to send that third ball over, but it just wasn't successful, resulting in North Park taking that first set.
Yeah, Cardinals never quite got their footing on that final point. It seemed like immediately they were knocked off of their rhythm, and that was kind of the whole story of the second half of that set. They led 14-9, and suddenly the Vikings started pressing the issue, and you really go back and you take a look, Lauren Wiltsey was the big reason why. She was getting that consistent rhythm on the outside.
She is a dominant force, for sure. I've been saying her name all night, and I feel like we're going to be saying it a lot more tonight as well, with only that first set being over.
Well, we're going to take a break. 3 minutes up on the clock in between sets. The second one is coming your way next on NCTV 17 and on nctv17.com.
And welcome back. We've got set two coming at you after North Park took the first set. Even though it seemed that North Central was a dominant force, I would say for those first 15 or so points, they really were out there. And I could have thought or predicted that they were going to take that first set, but then North Park really started to figure out how to hit around those double blocks on North Central side, and therefore they then took that first set 26-24.
Well, you mentioned it. The quick hits were seemingly throwing the Cardinals through a loop, and they couldn't get those blocking sequences established where they could slide over and successfully get there, and that in and of itself seemed to knock North Central off their game, and now they have to find a way to combat that here in the second set, and I'm sure Coach Kyle Exline said something to that effect in the huddle in between these two sets.
Set two underway. That was Clinton back at the line. We had a quick set there from Zimbelman on North Central side, but North Park was ready. Nice attack there by Allstrad on North Park. Howell with the major kill, but no such luck. But they do come away with the point after 2 touches on North Park side.
Good start, even though that wasn't exactly a forced error on the other side, but Cardinals, of course, taking it. Now Rachel Elshoff will check into the game, and this is a very exciting moment on senior night, as unfortunately she does send it into the net, but she hurt her knee a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't sure if she was going to be able to play the rest of her senior season, and now here she is being able to don the uniform, put the knee pads back on, and get out there with her team.
Yeah, that injury was a rough one, but I'm glad to see her back there. We had Meyer with the serve. Quick reaction there from North Central's Claire Vrabek, but no such luck on that one, just couldn't get the ball over. So then we get Meyer back at the line again as North Park now takes the lead. Skimming the net, Vrabek gets the first touch. Zimbelman then sets up Howell. North Park gets thrown out, sends a free ball over on the first touch. Hanley setting up Loggle. She kills it right into North Park's double block there. It's number 11 and number 2, that's Allstrad and Bethany Geidner on North Park side with the double block that just rebounded right off into a gap.
Unfortunately for Sarah Jessling, that happened to go off the top of her head and
ouch.
Turned around and said, hey, what was that for?
Meyer serving back for North Park. Loggle with the lofty kill. Ooh, that was a nice, it seemed like a house, I would call it, by North Central's number 21, Sarah Jostling.
Good player, experienced player, oftentimes rotates with Anna Billman, if not has her own spot in the rotation as a middle blocker, but they like her, and she has a chance coming up in her junior and senior year to improve and try and really find some playing time and a rhythm on this starting unit.
Sidebar back 4, the serve for North Central. Meyer setting up number 2, Nikki Allstrand for the kill. Had to hit out, so North Central will take the point. Now we're tied at 3s. Close match so far in set 2. Ooh, skimming the net. That was a beautiful serve from North Central's. Katie Seibart just skimmed the net. North Park probably didn't think it was coming over.
One of those things is you're anticipating that ball tipping off the net. You kind of almost expect to change directions, and when it doesn't, you're going, oh, hey-oh.
Yeah, nice double block there from North Central. North Park sends a free ball over because they clearly weren't ready. Howell gets set up for the kill. Lofty kill up over from North Park. Zimbelman now setting up number 8, Billman, but North Park had the single block there. I believe that was Allstrand for the single block at the net after a quick little rally there. Still tied, only 2 points up.
Not sure if this is good or bad for North Central. You come out and you lose the momentum in the second half of that first set, and now you're playing them even in the second, but you obviously want to establish yourself in the early goings.
So we had a nice serve from Wiltsey. Loggle with the first touch, but her feet weren't lined up with where the destination of the ball was supposed to go, resulting in North Park point. Wiltsey back at the line again. Vrabek with the first touch. Zimbelman up to Billman. Meyer, ooh, nice little tip there from number 11 on North Park, Bethany Geidner.
Good awareness, and that's what you look for from an outside hitter in a sequence where she's not going to get a lot of power behind it. You have to be able to have good court awareness and find that perfect spot.
Absolutely. We got Meyer setting up Allstrand, but North Central was ready for it. Loggle's going to try to do something here, and she successfully does. That was a nice little rebound after her rough defensive play, I guess you could call it, but she's getting her feet back underneath her. We're making moves. Howell at the back of the line for North Central. Jump serve with the tip over the net on North Park side. They send it back over. Quick rebound from Vrabek, who touches the ball. Loggle pushes it over on the third set for a free. Quick attack there from North Park. Central's trying to do something. Loggle almost achieves the point. Louis Peralta, I'm sorry, I cannot say her name, is now in the game as well. She had 2 kills in that last touch, but still did not result in their point, even though she had some nice attacks on North Park side.
The first one was almost a miss hit that caught the Cardinals off guard.
Howell at the back of the line with quite a powerful serve. Either take a step back from the line, just a little bit more to achieve getting that in. Flick that wrist just a little bit more and we'll be in business for North Central.
Hate to be a broken record, but now 8 service errors for North Central, just 1 for North Park.
Those are the points that you've got to achieve. Loggle with the nice kill, rolls right off that double block. Loggle seems to finally have some momentum underneath her, even with that double block in front of her. She placed it nicely, put that nice roll on it, and it rolled off onto North Park's side. She is now back at the line to serve for the Cardinals. Ooh, quick rebound. We're going to get a free ball over to North Central. Hanley with the first touch. Zimbelman with the second for the back set to Howell. And that's a 1-2-3 with the beautiful back set that we're not seeing quite often. But when we do see it, it is quite successful for North Central.
And you need to have those hitters moving towards that spot when that ball is released. And Billman was sliding to the opposite side, didn't allow the blocking team from the Vikings to get there.
Wow, that was some beautiful defense over by North Park. 3 passes sending it over. We get another back set, Zimbelman to Howell, but that time seemed just a little too powerful. She was up there though. That girl's got some hops on her.
She does, and it also really helps that she's 6'1". that of course is always a prerequisite, but almost had deja vu. She just did not get on top of that volleyball.
Nope. Oh, we're going to try it again. Beautiful, but we had the libero for North Park was there and ready for it that time, so maybe we should switch up that momentum as the point goes to North Park.
Yeah, Mia Riccolo in the perfect spot. It was almost as if it happened 2 plays before, which it did.
Oh, beautiful serve there from North Park's number 11, Bethany Geidner, and it just shot off Hanley's pass that was ready for it. Yeah, and it was not recoverable.
Well, Coach Kyle Exline will want to talk it over. It seems like their momentum is shifting back to the Vikings. He saw it in the first set. He's seen it here again, and we'll take a break. A minute timeout. We'll be back on NCTV 17.
Welcome back. We've got North Park at the line, serving up to North Central. Zimbelman sets up Powell from the back line. That would be the second time. I'm not sure if it's in a row, but it almost seems like that she attacks with a little too much power on it.
A little over-amped, a little over-eager to try and put that one away. Sometimes you just got to make sure it's in the quarter play.
Geidner with their second serve for North Park. We get Vrabik with a nice attack, but North Park was ready for it. We're going to see a free ball over to North Central. Hanley to Zimbelman to Vrabik, who tips it. Didn't have her footing right. Quick set. Oh, nice rebound there by Vrabik, who blocked at the net, but then was there for the rebound. Loggle tried to kill it. No such luck. North Park throwing North Central a little bit out. Nice tip there at the net from Central. Hanley with the rebound, sending it way too close to the net, and we've got number 23, Kelly Clinton on North Park, who was there with that single block and just housed it right on over.
And now the Cardinals are going to make an adjustment. It's Zimbelman coming off the court and Maya Bryant back on. And sometimes, instead of calling a timeout, you try to break that streak by starting to substitute, and it worked right there.
There we go. We got Geidner now coming out after she missed that serve. Now we've got Bryant, as you said, taking the place of Zimbelman, who is the main setter for North Central. Now we'll see if Bryant can keep connecting these passes, and hopefully North Central can swing that momentum back on their court, get some kills on their side.
Kukovic, the senior. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see all the seniors over the course of the night, but it's nice to see her behind the service line and ready to attack.
She sends a nice one over. Meyer tipping right over. That'd be Kelly Clinton, who got the set from Meyer. She could have killed it, but she was smart. She reacted to that North Central defense, and therefore they walk away with the point on that one. Now we've got number 17, Brittany Garcia, the only senior, as we talked about, on the court, stepping back for North Park. She's a little one too, 5'3", but man, we've seen her get up a couple times tonight. She's got a quick serve, serves right over to Loggle, to Bryant. Quick sets up to Howell, not Howell, I'm sorry, quick set over to Sarah Jostling.
And that was, I mean, that was just off the sideline by a hair. Now a second timeout taken in this set by Coach Kyle Exline. Feels things starting to get away, and you have to try and correct those mistakes. So we'll see what they come out with. We'll be back in again in a minute on NCTV 17.
Alrighty, after that timeout, we then have North Park back at the line. This is number 17, Brittany Garcia, serving up for North Park. Wow, they send it right on over the first, and then we've got Garcia sending it over on the first side. Hanley's gonna then set up Brabik, see what they can do, right into the double block. Bryant back setting to Kara Howell. No such luck on that kill. Back set from Meyer there. North Central's ready for it. Brabik again with the attack.
Whoa.
Hanley with the quick rebound. We're gonna try to tip it. Hanley again with the quick rebound. Wow, holy smokes. We had so many quick rebounds. I swear I sounded like a broken record. It ended with Meyer, who just kind of flicked her wrist, ended, I think there were 4 points, that were 4 balls that went back and forth on first touches.
And they were all athletic plays where it could have gone either way.
Yeah, and Hanley was there. She was a major key player for the Cardinals on that side. And we just saw Brittany Garcia with a nice ace. North Central thought it was gonna land out, but unfortunately landed within the lines, and we gotta go for those. We can't make those mistakes. We gotta go for it. Now we've got Brabik stepping out as number 12, Reagan Raymer is stepping in for the Cardinals.
And that was a miscommunication, but that's between two experienced players. You don't typically expect that.
Loggle with the first touch. Bryant's going to set then up Raymer, who stepped right into the game. She stepped right into that double block, though, as well.
May not have even gotten over the net. I think it might have been rejected by the top of the twine, as Coach Kyle Exline again will reach into the bench and pull Zimbelman out from the back of it. And the rotation continues as he just tries to find a group of 6 on the floor that'll buck the trend.
Yeah. We got to start clicking here somewhere as Garcia is back at the line again. Zimbelman, nice setup there. North Park was ready. Zimbelman again. She's going to set her up. Kara Howell. Wow, that was a nice kill. But North Park's defense is not surprising ready for it. But North Central will walk away with a hit after we get a double touch on North Park's side.
And it just seems like every time the Cardinals have a good chance at an attack, North Park is right there to recover.
We get a nice serve over from Zimbelman. Quick reaction from Zimbelman, but means she won't get the second touch. Raymer reacts nicely, tips it over. Wow, number 14 there on North Park side, Brittany Wiltsey, sorry, can't speak. Tries to get the kill, but it just rolls right off that line, resulting in a Cardinal point. Zimbelman at the line. We'll have to watch her serve and then run to that front of the net so she can start setting them up. Meyer back sets there, but it's a tip. Tip over from Kelly Clinton on North Park side that seemed almost like she was off of footing, but she was smart. She reacted nicely, and the Cardinals just weren't ready for it.
Thought that might have been called a carry on the near side kill attempt by North Park, but apparently good, and the Cardinals unable to get to it.
Howell with the attack there, and bing, bang, boom. That's what we're looking for. Kelly Clinton, it goes right off her arm. The one arm. Now, I was always told if you can get one arm there, you can get two arms there. So maybe if she just connected her hands a little bit more, she may have been able to react and get that ball back in play. We get a nice serve from North Park. Meyer pushes it all the way out to Wiltsey. Nice block from North Park. Hanley with the quick reaction, and she was there for it. It just unfortunately didn't fall on their court in order to set up the attack.
Jessling was the closest Cardinal to that ball. She was looking and expecting Zimbelman, who's traditionally the person who will take that second touch.
Meyer in the back serving for North Park. Zimbelman, quick set there. That's to number 21 on North Central, Sarah Jostling. That's a quick set, which results nicely when it plays out and there's not a single block standing in front of that middle hitter.
And now Billman will come back in, and they need to try and figure out how to build a streak. And that's easier said than done, but you have to start stringing some points together, and it starts with the serve. You can't have service errors. Good time there.
Meyer setting up Wiltsey, and oh, she puts it away, but number 17 for North Central is there, Katie Seabart, but it just, she didn't shank it. That wasn't technically, an unreachable ball. It just went a little too far, and she didn't swing her arms or anything, but that kill from Wiltsey had a lot of power behind it.
Good pace for North Park attackers on getting some oomph behind the volleyball, and it's really been putting the Cardinals back on their heels.
Absolutely. Zimbelman sets up Billman. No such luck on that one. We got a quick reaction. Hanley gets the second touch. Howell tries to put it away. Lofty, I wouldn't call it a kill from Bethany Geigner. More like a serve, I guess you could see from the way that she attacked that ball, and it falls out of the lines. Cardinals only down by 6. They could definitely get this momentum going and come back. Nice jump serve from the Cardinal. Meyer pushing it all the way out. And we get a call from North Park, for North Park's point, I'm sorry.
Cardinals fell into the net, unfortunately, on the block attempt.
Allstrand back serving for North Park. Lofty serve. Quick reaction from the Cardinals, sending it over. Meyer then setting up number 8.
Wow, what a play from Kara Howell.
Yeah, unbelievable. Quick serve, quick reaction. Was that Logo, I believe, at the net? Quite possibly. I have the ref a little bit blocking the view, but I believe Logo was at the net for that single block, resulting in the point for the Cardinals.
Got to keep the train moving forward.
Now we've got Logo back at the line. Nice serve. And we're going to get a free ball over to North Central. Hopefully they can do something here with it. A lot of power on that first pass, pushing it over. Not sure if that was necessarily the intention, but it worked. So the Cardinals will achieve that point and then results in a timeout being called.
And now suddenly it's North Park who's feeling like the Cardinals might have just recaptured the crowd and recaptured the atmosphere, and they'll need to talk it over. We will not. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on NCTV 17.
And welcome back after that quick talking session from both sides. We got Logo back serving for North Central. Meyer, ooh, nice attack from the opposite side there from North Park's Clinton. Back on over to North Park after North Central reacts even better, I guess. Clinton swings right into the double block for North Central. It rebounds onto North Park side, resulting in a Cardinal point.
Feels good right now, especially after this mad scramble for that ball that's sent to the near side, deep corner, and nice job for the Cardinals recovering on that.
Lago with another serve. Meyer passing it over to number 8, Peralta. Quick tip from North Central side. We'll see if Peralta can put it away this time, but she'll tip it on over. Back set to Howell. Quick reaction there from North Park. Peralta's gonna send a free ball over. Howell with the first touch, Zimbelman with the second to the back set, and it's a nice kill there from North Central.
Kara Howell is having quite a sequence of plays right now, and that is who they look to when they need to recapture a sense of momentum. And Lago's been on that service line for quite a while.
Quite a few points have been a custom of Lago. Nice double block by North Central there from Clinton hitting into it. We get another double block on North Central, pushing the ball right back over. North Park then tries to go up again. That's Reagan Clement, but no such luck. She didn't even seem to get the ball over the net. It was right into the net, but North Central's double blockers were there and ready for it. You've got to imagine that they're feeling pretty nice about their defense after that timeout was called.
You mentioned the fact that that ball probably didn't even get over the net. I don't think it did, and a big reason why is you become frustrated as a hitter when you're constantly getting stuff to the net. You feel like you have to be perfect to get it through, and when you're trying to be perfect, that's when you make mistakes, and that's what happened to the Vikings right now. And now things get a little tense. Just like the Cardinals tightened up at the end of that first set, that's how the Vikings probably feel in the huddle right now. They led. They controlled this game almost entirely from the start. Now it's back to a 2-point set. The Cardinals, if they really can keep this momentum moving forward, could tie this thing back up.
Well, it's definitely interesting. You said they get frustrated, and you also want to try something new, set to somebody else, maybe a back row hitter or, you know, back set, but at the same time, when reactions happen so quickly with these double blocks that you don't even have time to reset your defense, let alone reset the offense that needs to result from the defense. Therefore, you're setting that same person. They have to then backtrack, set their pace up again, attack the net with that 7-step approach. And if you're not getting in your correct approach, things may go poorly, such as hitting it into the net.
And right now, this group out there on the floor for the Cardinals with Anna Billman sitting in the middle, combining with both Zimbelman on her right and Raymer on her left, seems to be the best defensive front we've seen all game.
Lago back again. Nice serve, and North Park just can't even react on that one. That's Maya Riccolo who had the pass. She's the back row specialist, and it just seemed to bounce off a little bit, it seemed. Lago again. Let's see if she can keep that pace coming as she has climbed her team back up with these serves.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it seemed I have jinxed her. Gotta hate when that happens.
Her right arm probably got sore from so many serves in a row.
You've got to imagine, especially her serves. They're nice, they're powerful, they're smart. After a certain point, it's like I gotta just let one loose. North Park at the back of the line there. Geidner serving. Lago with the first touch. Zimbelman right over to Billman. North Park now pushing a free ball over. Lago with the first. Zimbelman. Nice attack there from Howell. Second ball free over. Lago. Zimbelman. Nice approach there from number 12, Reagan Raymer.
Ooh.
Hanley was there ready at that back row. Attack. Raymer then doesn't seem to get the point, but no such luck. Free ball. Lago to Zimbelman. Back attack. And we finally achieve a point. That's Anna Billman with the back set from Zimbelman, who achieves the point. And would you look at that? We're only down by 1.
Nice run from the Cardinals. 7-1 run. They trailed 21-14. They came back to play within 1, and now again 22-21.
Meyer sets up number 9 there. That's Reagan Clement with the kill. And that's just a 1-2-3. You watch that happen. It developed quite nicely. So North Park may be feeling a little bit better after they got that, but we'll see. Now we've got number 17, Brittany Garcia at the back line for North Park. Serves one right on over. Oh dear. A little miscommunication there, it seemed, from number 12. That's Raymer on North Central's side. That we've seen it happen a couple times tonight, that you get that first pass and your feet just aren't aligned with where you want the ball to go. Garcia with their second serve here. Serves right on over, Raymer to Zimbelman. Right on over with the tip from North Park Central. Wow, and that had some power behind it, and that was Wiltsey, who then achieves the second set win. And now we've got North Park leading 2-0 over North Central.
It's not unreasonable to expect the Cardinals to still come back in this game. They had this almost exact scenario a few weeks ago facing Elmhurst. They were up 2-0. Ended up dropping 3 straight, so they know it's possible. On the flip side, can they do it themselves? That's the big question. We'll have 3 minutes to find out. The third set's on its way on NCTV 17.
Ticket number is 422095. 422095. We have a winner? All right, come on down and collect your prize. Thank you all for participating. Enjoy the rest of the match.
And welcome back to the third set of North Central Volleyball facing off against North Park. North Park leading 2-0 over the Cardinals right now. But as we talked about before we took the break, they could definitely come back. We've seen teams come back from sets like this. They've been in these matches. They've been doing these games. It's just a matter of letting it click. They're serving Zimbelman at the back line, and she's going to achieve that ace right off the bat. Not a bad way to start.
It's a good way to fire up the crowd and fire up your own bench and get this set underway the way you intended it to.
Absolutely. She's going to step back for her second serve. Nice lofty serve. Meyer back setting Clinton, and that'll be Clinton with the kill from the back set from Meyer. And now North Park will step back, and it'll be Clinton who steps back to the line. Hanley with the first. Up to Zimbelman. Pushed on over there from number 21, Sarah Jostling on North Central side. Clinton again back for her second serve. Hanley with the first, up to Zimbelman. Back sets there to Loggle, and she will achieve that kill after it rolls off the block and falls on out. And she will step back for the serve. It seems that when you get the point, then you step back to the line to serve.
Loggle has been by far their most consistent attacker on the night. 8 kills, leads the team by 3 over Claire Vrabik and Anna Billman. They need to be looking her way more often.
Oh, definitely. We had a nice attack there from North Central, but did not achieve kill status. North Park seems to be thrown out a little bit, but not too much, because Wiltsey then gets the kill off of a little quick reaction on Parkside.
And that was just a seam between Zimbelman and Jessling. You have to square up, you have to move in tandem. Didn't happen there, and then that's the result.
Hanley with the first, Zimbelman out setting to Kara Howell, who swings, but Loggle's ready for the rebound, and it's just way too high of a set there. That number 21, Sarah Jostling, just either the set was too high or approach was too long, something wasn't clicking.
And that's one of the downsides to that, is you can often catch your opponent off guard, but if that's not perfectly timed, that can often be the result.
Howell with the attempt at a kill, no such luck. Zimbelman sets Vrabik now. We get a single block and a dish out of the net. Looked like Hanley may have been able to push that one over, but no such luck. Nice attempt, though. You have to give her the effort on the attempt of that defense to save that ball after Vrabik swung into the net.
You'll never be able to say that Olivia Hanley did not give her all. She is constantly diving on the floor.
Absolutely, and after we just saw Meyer serve into the net, we will get Hanley, who steps back to the line. And then, like I said, you get the point, and it may not be automatic, but then you will then step back to serve. Nice serve from Hanley, pushed right on over. Kara Howell was ready for it, but North Park reacted quite nicely. Zimbelman, quick set there, backwards. Wiltsey hits right into the double block there from Kara Howell and Anna Billman, who results in the point for the Cardinals.
Good communication, good slide to the near side. Got to continue to do that.
Hanley at the back line.
Oh.
And we get a point for North Central. It seemed that their rotation may have been off on North Parkside. Take that point. Easy one to check mark.
It was going to be a service error too.
Yeah.
So it's a nice swing.
Yeah. Wiltsey attacks for the ball, and it just falls right to the middle. See Hanley dive for it, but she couldn't get there quick enough. Wiltsey, man, she reacts to that defense. She can see in a split second where the Cardinals are and where she should be hitting it. She will now take a step back to serve. And man, that serve was short, but it fell into a gap, and she will step back up to the line again.
Well, you can see the pocket right there, and she just perfectly placed it in there.
Yep, quick set there. Billman almost gets the kill, but no such luck. Will she do it again? Nope, we'll get a back set to Howell. She may get the kill. North Park reacts quite nicely, sending a free ball on over to North Central. Billman to Zimbelman to Howell. And we got a block up by North Park's number 2, Allstrand, resulting in North Park's point, but man, North Central fought for that one.
What I really think the Cardinals need to do right now is get Zimbelman to have a setter attack, just sneak a quick second touch over to keep that blocking team honest and away from the corners.
You could definitely do that. We just saw Vrabik fly on in for the quick tip, resulting in a North Park being thrown out a little bit, and they hit it into the net. We now get Howell back to the line to serve for the Cardinals.
She's been known to pick up an ace or two per night. Be a good spot for one.
That was a beautiful serve for one. And then we get a nice roll off of North Central. Wasn't their block more of the net, but either way, we get the point. Howell stepped back to the line again, getting her second serve. Another nice serve there, resulting in a set pass. Peralta with the kill, but no such luck. Vrabik sends a free ball over. Meyer didn't tip it over on that first touch. North Central trying to do something. They're going to send a free ball over, courtesy of Howell. Meyer's going to set up right on over to Allstrand, but North Central's ready. Vrabik off the block. Nice save there from Howell. Zimbelman up to Loggle. That could have been a point, but North Park was ready. Lago ready for it again. Free ball from North Central. This is a long rally. Let's see who can win it. Double block from North Central was right there, but Peralta was ready for it. Double block again. Oh my God, how did that even happen? A double block resulting from North Park. After they hit it into the net, saved it and pushed it over, still counted as a double touch.
I think that might be the hardest earned point of the season.
Whoa, hands down. Now, I don't even know their full season, but I'm going to tell you it was. Hanley with the first up to Zimbelman. Back sets over to Billman.
That was around the pole and unable to get that back towards the court of play. But boy, after a sequence like that, to have such a quick point right after, it just feels unnatural.
Yeah, it gave me a minute to breathe, though, so I can't really complain. Vrabik with the first touch. Zimbelman with the second over to Vrabik, who pushes it over. Meyer, who she's going to set up quick over to Clinton, and she gets the point from the quick set down the middle.
Boy, it's such a, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place if you're in the back row for the Cardinals. You have to prepare for the hard kill attempt.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden they set it deep or set it short, and you're nowhere to be found.
Billman with the attempt, but no such luck. We then get a double block from North Central. And they're calling it out, resulting in North Park's point.
And they're going to try and dispute this point. They'll send Zimbelman over to the near side official.
Resulting in Wiltsey coming up as well, getting the on-floor captains coming to talk, figure out what exactly that point was called for. And we'll get a reset here. North Park keeping the ball there. That's Allstrand back at the line, dishing up a serve. Lago with the first, up to Zimbelman, out to Vrabik. She's got some power off that block, and they will result in the point.
Nice rebound. Way to get back into the set. You have a call that goes against whatever you may think it should have gone, but it's a good response.
There is the saying, the ball don't lie. Oh, you know, if a point results after the fact, then ball doesn't lie. Vrabik, who just achieved that point, is now back at the line, serving for the Cardinals. Nice serve, she gets one over. Meyer setting up Clinton, who tips it over, and as much as Howell wanted to get there, she just couldn't.
Just didn't have the angle on it. She wanted to try and pop it up with that left fist and hit off the bottom half of the forearm. That's good effort, and you certainly have been able to say that all night for the Cardinals. Just the execution has been just a wee bit off.
Yep. Lago with the first off of Howell's shoulder, and then we get Billman, off of Billman's shoulder, we get Howell trying to kick it over. Didn't happen. But yet again, the effort was there. You see Howell put her foot out to try and achieve something.
Unfortunately for Billman, it found nothing but the back.
Yeah.
But we'll take a break as well. A minute timeout called for Coach Kyle Exline. We'll be back on NCTV 17.
I've been trying to do them until someone does.
After that timeout, we've got North Park stepping back at the line, serving one up. That's number 11, Bethany Geidner. Boggle. Zimbelman sending the free ball over. It's weird for her to get that last touch on the ball. Usually she's the second. Clinton with the attack, but Vrabik was there. Zimbelman with the second out to Logel. She has a powerful kill, but no such luck. Peralta tips it on over. Howell is there ready for it. Out to Zimbelman. Quick set to Billman. Peralta again is going to jump. Wow, nice save from Hanley. We get a push free over from Howell. Clinton coming right on over. Zimbelman with the second. resulting in a push again from Howell skimming the net. Meyer setting up Peralta. Holy smokes, Howell with another save. Logel tries to kill it. And Meyer up to Wiltsey, who puts her palm on the ball. Zimbelman tries to dish it on over, but she seemed her perception, there's the word, of the ball was a little off, resulting in North Park's point.
Yeah, it's tough when the ball's coming right over your head directly, and you have to kind of figure out where you are in space and where you're moving. And that was a great sequence for Kara Howell, who time and time again just had to get a fist on it and somehow was able to direct it perfectly.
We get a free ball over to North Park. Meyer sets up Clinton. She swings right into the net. Not so much the net, but the idea. Logel serves. Hanley with the first to Bryant. Out to Howell. North Park sends it right on over. They fight for the ball, and the double block achieves the point after that double block fights for the ball over the net.
Those 50-50 balls are always maybe my favorite play because it just takes will.
Yeah. Where there's a will, there is a way, and for the Cardinals, there was both.
And a point.
And a point. Cardinal back to the line to serve Meyer, setting up Wiltsey from the back row. Quick reaction there from the Cardinals. Bryant thought she was going to be able to get there, but no such luck. That was Katie Seabart who set the ball just a little too close to the net and the pole. Bryant just couldn't get her body underneath it, resulting in a North Park point.
Did I see that correctly? Did she punch that ball with two hands, Katie Seabart?
It possibly could have been. You can react that way. Whatever happens quickest.
You don't see that very often, though.
No, and usually you see the ball fly out when that happens. Bryant's going to send it over on the first touch, throwing Brittany Garcia out of play, but she was ready nonetheless. Hanley almost touched the ball, but she was smart. She didn't, resulting in a Cardinal point. Bryant is now stepping back to the line. She took the place for Zimbelman and is ready to serve one up for the Cardinals. Lofty serve from Bryant like we've seen before. Meyer backsets Clinton, and man, oh man, she just pounds one right in front of Hanley to result in a point.
I don't think you could draw that play up any better than what they just did.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Clinton back to the line. Logo with the first. Bryant with the second. Graybick tries. Rebounded nicely from the Cardinals. A pushover from Logel. Wiltsey's going to see what she can do with it. Bryant skims off the top of her fingertips. Rolls where Graybick can't achieve it, resulting in North Park's point.
To me, the problem for North Central stems with that initial hit. They're not getting it near the net to the setter in the proper way. And when you're Bryant or Zimbelman, who take the brunt of the blame when things fall out of sequence, you can't help it if you're having to run all over the court and trying to set people up.
Yeah, Zimbelman just came in before Excellent called the timeout, but it is, like you said, the setters are essentially the quarterbacks on this field. They don't always get the best recognition because they're not the ones with the powerful kill or attack, but they're the one that's setting that up. It leads to them, just like the quarterbacks aren't always the ones that are crossing the threshold for the end zone touchdown, but they're the ones that draw up the play.
Fair or not fair, all communication kind of goes through the setter as well. But for the Cardinals, you really have to go back and kind of take to the drawing board and say we have to try and find a way to get around some of these blockers. Every time they go up for an attack, North Park is almost always right there. So how do you do that? I am not quite sure how Kyle Exline makes that adjustment. A good start would be giving the setter a good chance to survey the court and get it to the proper person.
Our defense has to be ready. They've got to place their feet where Bryant or Zimbelman is supposed to be, and that will not solve the problem, but it'll help. North Park back at the line. That's Clinton with the serve. Walgo with the first touch up to Zimbelman, who pushes it over to Howell. North Park reacts quite nicely. They're going to send one back on over. Graybick with the first to Zimbelman. Back sets to Logel. Garcia was ready for it. We're going to get a tip there. Hanley was ready for it. On the first, it goes over. Wiltsey's going to see. She hits it right into the double block there. That's Logel on one of the sides, and number 21, Sarah Jostling, for the double block point on the Cardinals side.
for Hanley, that's just a senior who doesn't want her season to end on this set.
No, she is fighting. Lago with the nice lofty serve. Garcia with the first touch to Meyer. Right on over to number 2, Allstrand for North Park. It falls out. We get the point, and Lago is back for her second serve of this rally.
Boy, Hanley at the very last second made the decision not to try and get that ball, and whew, good thing she did.
Garcia with the first touch, it sends it right on over. We're gonna see if Zimbelman can set somebody up here. She sets up Howell. North Park reacting. Garcia's gonna send over a free. Breivik up to Zimbelman. Back sets to Howell, and man, she's got some power. Wiltsey's gonna do something. It rolls right off. Hanley. Howell again, that's her third kill this rally. Garcia sending a free ball over. 2 people going. Zimbelman's gonna set Breivik. Now Meyer sets up Wiltsey again, who's gonna push it on over, but Breivik makes a nice rebound. We're pushing it back on over. Let's see who Meyer sets up. Back set there. Allstrand with the attempt. Second set pushover. Wiltsey with the tip. Right over off the first. Allstrand will end the rally off of that second touch kill. Hanley just couldn't get there.
She was the only person in the back row. All of the hitters and attackers were collecting near the net.
Well, with plays like that, we were getting really tricky. And with the tricky plays, you all start to creep forward because you're anticipating that they're going to continue being tricky. And then you throw them for the loop, and unfortunately, Hanley or the libero is the only person back there. And they can't cover that whole back row. They're one person. So you see points result from stuff like that when long rallies start to take place.
A discussion on the far side. Not exactly sure what Coach Kyle Exline is talking about. And he'll want a substitution to come in, Reagan Raymer. But he was upset about something. He sent Zimbelman to the near side official to take up one half of the conversation, and whatever the final decision was, didn't seem like he was too pleased with it.
Raymer with the first to Zimbelman. Back sets to Howell, who just pounds one. Garcia with the first. And we're going to get a free ball over that Howell's going to touch to Zimbelman. Nice, powerful attempt there from number 21, Sarah Jostling, resulting in North Park's point falling on the wrong side of the net for the Cardinals.
Seems like the timing just hasn't been there between Zimbelman and Jessling tonight.
Meyer with the serve for Park. Loggle's gonna push it over. Blanked on the second part of her name for a second there. Sliding all over the court. Where's the ball? No one's really sure. Hanley's gonna push it over. Meyer back setting to Allstrand. Now to Wiltsey. And Howell gets the credit for that lovely block that everybody just on North Park side wasn't ready for. They thought that that kill was going to result in a point.
Well, the Cardinals almost let that point die almost immediately with Zimbelman having to walk over Reagan Raymer, who had just tried to make that pass.
Yeah, that
was
a
nice
rough one.
scramble.
And Howell, Billman was at the net for that one. Slams that one home, even though there was some net touching going on as well. Hanley at the back of the line for the Cardinals. Nice serve. Meyer's going to get that second touch. She's going to set up Wiltsey. And Wiltsey just hits it right into the block, falls right over Howell's right shoulder there, resulting in the point and the momentum going back over to the service side for North Park.
Usually you want to beat the block or go around the block. Sometimes, occasionally, you can just go right through it, and that was it right there.
Absolutely. Zimbelman's going to try to dish that ball right out of the net. But you just saw the look on her face. What can she do when the passes just aren't getting to her? She can only do so much.
And she did exactly what she could, was just give it a chance to get hit a third time.
Yep. We're not seeing her set so much as we are seeing Zimbelman pass. And we get a nice little tip up from Allstrand on North Park side, resulting in the point. And we get some substitutions on the court. Bryant for Zimbelman again. I'm sure Zimbelman is just exhausted. She's running all over that court, and technically, Zimbelman should be moving from the spot of her rotation to the front of the net, and that's it. Bryant gonna set up Howell. Pushes it over on the second from North Park, but Hanley was ready to Bryant. Out to Vrabik, who slams one on home, and she gets the point. There's some nice power behind it, and it landed right on that line.
Well, the Cardinals certainly hope this is not the last set for the seniors, but if it is, Claire Vrabik trying to finish it off in style.
She's giving valiant effort, that's for sure. Howell at the back line, nice serve right over the net. North Park's thrown a little bit out of momentum. Whoa, Billman with the single block, pushing it right back over. Peralta hits it right into the double block, resulting in the North Central point. And we'll get a timeout called from North Park.
They want to make sure that they seal this right here. North Central will try and draw up a game plan for success and go on a run. We'll be back in a minute on NCTV 17.
And welcome back after that timeout. We've got North Central fighting. We've got North Park 3 points away from achieving a 3-set victory. We've got something on the court. Not exactly sure what it was.
I think some candy from somebody's trick-or-treating.
I would love some candy right now. Think you can get me some? Go talk to the ref after the game. Howell at the back serving. She dishes one right on up. Throwing North Park a little bit out of rotation there, but it comes back over. Bryant, quick setup to Billman. Back attack, Bryant. Push over from Howell into the double block, resulting in the fourth hit happening on one side of the Cardinal net. North Park will achieve that point, and now they are only 2 points away from a 3-set victory.
Cardinals pretty adamant about the fact that North Park not only touched that, but actually sent that back to their side, despite the fact that the ball never went over the net.
I'll go with the first to Brian, who back sets up to Howell. We get a tip there from Clinton. Loggle tries to get there. She almost gets there. And we get 4 touches on one side. For a second, I thought my counting was wrong because Vrabik seemed pretty positive she was going to send over the third, but unfortunately, it was the 4th.
Hey, sometimes if you do something convincingly enough, people just accept it.
Got me. And she misses her serve. That's Allstrand for North Park. That doesn't get her serve over and stops up momentum from North Park taking this game. They're still at match point, but North Central with Vrabik at the line, anything could happen. She serves one up. Nice, powerful serve. Quick set to Clinton, and she doesn't even have that much power behind it, but it falls in the pocket gap. And that is the end of North Central senior night, the end of their season. That is the end of the game, 25-18.
Tough night. Certainly not how they probably envisioned it going. These two teams just on the outside looking in for the conference. And of course the Cardinals, like you just mentioned, senior night, you want to make sure that you do something of note to send the seniors out the right way. Cardinals might have a bitter taste in their mouth, but boy, those seniors really battled all night. It was fun to watch. Olivia Hanley, Kara Howell, Julie Loggle, the list goes on and on, but I'm sure they'll go back. Some of the younger players will talk to the older players, and it'll be an emotional night for them.
It's always rough, no matter if you win or lose on senior night. But yep, it is. They gave effort. We've talked about it all night. They gave the effort. It was there, but that is what it is. End of the season for the senior nights, unfortunately, on a tough loss. But they've got to be proud of their season.
Well, that'll do it. That's the end of the Cardinal volleyball season. We appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed our coverage all season long. Cardinals end up 3-5 in conference, 12-7 overall, a marked improvement from 2016. We hope 2018 has even more impressive things to come. Our next telecast of Cardinal Athletics comes on Saturday at 2 o'clock start time, North Central versus Carthage. Make that a 1 o'clock start time, North Central versus Carthage. We'll have the pregame at 12:45. But until then, for our producer in-house, Caleb Donaldson, our producer on site, Ryan Risky, our play-by-play man tonight, woman tonight, Allie Coletta, I'm Kevin Jackman, saying so long from Murner Fieldhouse. We'll see you Saturday from Benedetti Worley Stadium.